What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson, the Drop That Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages. Y'all can check them out on laybacktv.com, where you can see on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. Go like that. Boop, 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 boop. No, just kidding. Y'all go on laybacktv.com. Go on your app stores. Go on your Play stores. See how you can download it. This is going to be Fight Talk, so let's get it. All right, y'all. So much shit happened this weekend. First off, let's get it out the way. UFC 327 that went down. Where the fuck were they? I think they were in Las Vegas, right? It could be. Could be the T-Mobile Arena. Oh, no, they were in Miami. Holy shit. Totally forgot. They were in Miami at the Chiesa Center. Shit was live. Let's go. We got Aaron Pico. It was Aaron Pico taking on Patricio Pitbull. That's Bellator alumni right there, you know what I mean? Patricio Pitbull, former featherweight and lightweight champion simultaneously. He had both belts. Aaron Pico showed that, it's about time Pitbull's going to get to the retirement. He hasn't been turning any heads in the UFC. Aaron Pico, they need him to win. He's got the look. He's got the skills, you know what I'm saying, in the featherweight division. And he did what he had to do. He didn't rush in. He didn't apply pressure. He used his striking. He used his wrestling, his takedowns. He got the win. Unanimous decision. Aaron Pico finally gets his first win in the UFC. But it's going to be deep water from now on. So get ready for that, Aaron. Cub Swanson, shines and dips, You know what I'm saying? His final fight, Hall of Famer in the fight wing. Beautiful video package, right in front of his family, his wife, his kids. He demolished this motherfucker. He turned it into a fucking California street fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the kicks, fuck the takedowns. This guy was just throwing bombs. Boom, boom, boom. And they stopped the fight. Cub Swanson, not many people could win in that kind of fashion in their last fight. He did that. And he could ride in the sunset. I watched Cub Swanson back in the Staples Center. It couldn't happen to a better guy, WEC alumni, UFC alumni. This guy was, he's the it factor when it comes down to the cage. So happy retirement to Cub Swanson. What we got? Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. You both fucking shit the bed. You both showed Dana White, Mick Maynard, Hunter Campbell, and the whole fucking UFC brass that you do not need the fucking next title shot in the UFC light heavyweight division. Y'all shit the bed. I don't want to hear, I was trigger hesitant, all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. We got Johnny Walker, who's been knocked the fuck out by every goddamn body. There ain't no reason to be triggered. Like, you had nothing to lose, more to gain. Dominic Reyes, all they say, he beat John Jones really in the back in the days. All right. You haven't been credible since that fucking day, if we're being honest. Sad to say. Moving on. Josh Hokett shines against, who the fuck did he get? Who did he get? Shit, I forgot who the fuck he fought. Curtis Blades. There you go. Curtis fucking Blades. Holy shit. I was hoping Josh Hokett was going to win. I just didn't expect it that way. You know what I'm saying? He threw fucking bombs. He got took down. He got right back up. He stuffed takedowns. This guy does his little pro wrestling promo and he fucking shines. And what the fuck happens next? The president of the United States, Donald Trump, basically asks Dana, why isn't he on the White House card? Say fucking less, Mr. President. Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis has been added to the White House card. That is the top 3 fights that basically is possibly going to steal the show at the White House. Holy shit. This guy, former football player, all of this shit, he came there throwing bombs. He didn't give a fuck, flipping motherfuckers off. In the heavyweight division, sorry Polton, sorry Saragon, sorry Tom Aspinall, sorry all y'all motherfuckers. But right now in the heavyweight division, Josh Hokett is my favorite fighter right now. That guy is hilarious. I was even judging his promos to see. Let's see if he pauses. Let's see if he fucks up on his words, especially when he rhymes. Freestyling shit, yo, this guy has it. This guy has it. He was hilarious. So shout out to Josh. Congratulations on the White House card. Apparently there's $1 million involved in the bonuses. I want to see what the fuck that's all about. That'd be crazy. Co-main event, Paulo Costa defeats whoever the fuck this guy is, who's undefeated at light heavyweight. That's the Paulo Costa of Prime before the Izzy fucking beatdown. I like this. Paulo Costa definitely like shakes up the light heavyweight division. All we need is Robert Whittaker to join there right now. There's no reason for him to cut weight to middleweight and see what we could do with that. But shout out to Paulo Costa. And he's still calling out Hamzat. I don't understand why. Hamzat got his hands full with Sean Strickland next month in Jersey for the middleweight championship. Stop calling niggas that are below your fucking division. Like, it don't make sense. Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Alberg, light heavyweight championship. It was going dope for Yuri. Apparently, there was a pop in the knee of Alberg. We find out now it's an ACL. Very sad to say. Hopefully, they can, pass surgery, maybe some stem cells, get some therapy on that bitch, and he can get back in there real quick. Because even when he unbuckled his knee, Yuri apparently got hesitant, gave some mercy. Carlos Alberg hit with a big-ass left hook and knocks out with some ground and pound Yuri. We got a new light heavyweight champion in Carlos Alberg. I don't like the call-out that fucking Yuri had. Not the call-out, my bad. The post-interview. The fuck out of here with that mercy shit. That's some dumb shit. In the end of the day, you had ants eating you up. You missed your fucking baby being born. First of all, the same problem he has getting knocked out by all these fuckers keeps happening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not all these fuckers. We only got really two, Polton and Alberg. He keeps dropping his hands. You know what I mean? I had a lot of conversation with who should be the top person to face Alberg or at least get close to a title shot. You know, people keep bringing up Ankalaev. Polton versus Ankalaev made no fucking sense. It didn't make sense on the first fight. It only made sense for Pereira that he earned his title shot because he basically was clearing out the division. But nobody wanted to see a fucking trilogy. What does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? Ankalaev, well, he's going to fucking, hug Alberg to death? I say it only makes business sense for Costa to fight Alberg. A fresh face in the light heavyweight division. Cool. Former title contender. Cool. Talk shit. Cool. Business-wise, it makes sense. Fuck that damn, that ranking shit. That shit, that shit is that's not even AI. Because AI, they would have probably got it right. Or at least showed a little bit of effort to make the rankings better again. But whatever. Bullshit. Shout out to Carlos Alberg, new light heavyweight champion. Moving on, the Netflix boxing event with Ring Magazine. Tyson Fury, he wins his main event spot. I can't forget. I don't even know who the fuck he fought. But he calls out Anthony Joshua. You know what? Before I rant about this, let's shout out Conor Ben. Conor Ben signed a one-fight deal, $15 million with Zuffa Boxing, and it got him a fight with Regis. Okay? Pretty much wins the fight. Regis retires. Conor is the number one mandatory WBC challenger to Ryan Garcia's welterweight championship at 147 pounds. That's dope. I think that fight will sell 100%. Imagine the fucking build-up. You know what I mean? Because I don't really give a shit about Haney versus Garcia right now. Even though they're in the same division of 147 and they both got a belt. Garcia has the WBC. Haney has the WBO. I still don't give a fuck. In the end of the day, they need to fight somebody credible. They're getting there when they won their belts, but they need to defend some I need to see Haney versus Romero. Give Rolly Romero somebody. You know what I'm saying? He fucking outclassed Ryan Garcia. let's see. Let's see what he can do. You know what I mean, with Devin Haney. Because then we either get the rematch with Haney or we get the rematch with Rolly. You know, 147 Garcia looks fucking tremendous. He's doing a great job. And I don't think he should be getting another shot at a different belt again to be unified. No, he didn't even earn the WBC title shot. Okay, he was just handed that shit after a loss. So, how you kind of make that go away a little bit? Defend that belt. And you defend it against the mandatory fighter, Conor Ben, who's shining right now. Two straight wins that are very convincing. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. You can do it in a stadium. You can do it in an arena. With Golden Boy, Ring Magazine. But let's see. Let's see if Zuffa wants to re-sign Conor. You know what I mean? Because then you can get Golden Boy versus Zuffa. I want to see that next. Tyson Fury, he wins his fight unanimous decision after almost a 2-year hiatus and retirement. He calls out Anthony Joshua. Now here's my thing. I respect what Tyson did, right? He ain't focusing on titles, none of that. He wants the big fight, and the only fight they all wanted was against Anthony Joshua. So give him Anthony Joshua. You can do this shit in a motherfucking stadium, the Tottenham Stadium, or fucking Wembley Stadium. I think Wembley would be fucking dope. Why not? 2 Britain fucking legends right there. Former world champions. Perfect. Perfect. Anthony Joshua basically said, I've been chasing you for 10 fucking years. You weren't ready. You retired. You opt to fucking fight Deontay Wilder. All this, and that. I mean, I get it. But I feel like he's doing that shit so he can get a fucking warm-up fight. We don't need a warm-up fight. You both had a warm-up fight. 4 months apart. AJ basically broke Jake Paul's fucking jaw. Tyson Fury won his fight unanimous decision. No reason to fucking wait. Negotiate the fucking deal. Turkey Al-Sheikh was in the motherfucking ring. His Excellency was in the ring. Fucking trying to make the fight. The money is there. Fucking probably $250 million a piece. 50-50 deal. Who gives a fuck whose name's first on the marquee as the A side or B side? There is no B side. You're both an A side. Whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think Joshua could fucking complain because he was the B side for the Jake Paul fight. It was Jake versus Joshua. Okay? Maybe you should do Fury versus Joshua. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua said one fucking thing that made me kind of like trip out a little bit. He said that, he's the landlord. How you the fucking landlord? Yeah, you broke the jaw of a YouTuber who's a professional fighter, but you outclassed that nigga in every fashion of talent. How are you the landlord? Because you came back after a fucking year on the sideline to get your shit together from a knockout loss by Daniel Dubois. You got knocked the fuck out. At least Tyson didn't get knocked out. He got unanimous decision losses against Usyk. What the fuck are we talking about? That makes no damn sense. You're the landlord. Nigga, you lost the property if that's the case. You didn't have a world championship. You haven't had a world championship since you lost it to Usyk. So what the fuck are we talking about? That makes no damn sense. I don't know. Maybe he's still traumatized by the accident he had, the loss of his friends, so condolences. But still, bro, make the fight. We don't want to hear that shit, man. Just saying. Moving on. Shout out to Gable Stevenson. Olympic gold medalist is now signed to the UFC. I don't think there's going to be any easy fights for him, but we'll see. But shout out to him. This is going to make it interesting, and he's going to debut at International Fight Week, so I ain't wasting time. You're being trained by John Jones, the GOAT. Before we get out of here, shout out to Game Bread Bear MMA. A fucking beef fight. I'm talking bad blood. 2 ATT fighters. American Top Team. Yoel Romero taking on Hector Lombard in May in Miami. That's going to be pure fucking violence. I can't fucking wait. But that's all we got for Fight Talk. This is your boy Eddie Jacks. This is the Drop That Podcast. Make sure you hit that sub button. Hit the likes. Hit the comments. You already know what the fuck to do. We out this bitch. Peace.